It's Wednesday, which means that this is just the day where I'm going to be sitting in front of a camera talking to you, lovely people, about various holiday things. And I think I decided that the first thing I'm going to talk about is anxiety in the holidays. So maybe this isn't going to be as funny as my other videos, but I think it's something that needs to be talked about because I know that around the holiday season can be a real big problem for people with anxiety. So let me speak from experience here for a little bit. I personally, around the holidays, especially in the past, have been just very, very, very stressed about absolutely everything. And before, it had to do mostly with being in school. But there are other factors too. So I'm going to kind of talk through some of them and maybe some ways that I've dealt with them or ways that you can deal with them in the future that might help you out. So the first thing that causes anxiety in the holidays is a huge factor, especially for a lot of you guys maybe who are listening, and that would be money. Money is, you're expected to give gifts to your family, and that doesn't necessarily have to be something you buy, but then if you're not spending money on the gift, then you're spending a lot of time, and a lot of times you just don't have the time to spend the money. So you go and buy a nice gift that they like, and it all adds up eventually. You buy one for your mom, for your dad, for your sister, for your brother, for your aunt, for your uncle. I mean, it's great to be giving, but it's also just a big stress factor and something you have to plan for throughout the year, and if you don't plan for it throughout the year, then, well, you're shit out of luck. So something that I have found helps a lot, again, is something that's meaningful and small will do just as well. Like, for example, say you're giving your mom a present. Maybe you just put like a picture collage of you and your mom over the years, and like if you put it in a nice little frame or something, something that doesn't have to be expensive, or you can even make your own frame. If you're good at writing songs, write a song for them, or record an album for them of just covers that because maybe they like to hear you sing. Paint a picture for them if you're good at that. Make a short little video for them, like what I'm doing here. Maybe you just talk to a camera and you're talking to them and you're saying thank you. Maybe you show pictures in between. And I know it's gonna take a little bit of time, no matter what. If you're doing a gift that doesn't cost you money, it's going to take a little bit of your time, and that's another stress factor that I'll get to a little bit later. But that's definitely something you can look into doing. Now, friends are a different story. You're often gonna be stuck in situations, the dreaded Secret Santa. At first it sounds like so much fun. You're gonna be like, oh my god, I'm gonna surprise them with something so much fun, but then you run out of time because you're shopping for all the other people you're actually gonna be spending time with on Christmas. And it just gets to be a huge, huge... Obviously, do these Secret Santa things with people that you like. Because if you don't, then you're just going to be a half-assed present, and that person is going to be upset, and then you also want to do it with people you like, because the people that you know that no matter what you give them, they're going to be fine, and they're going to be happy. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm with people that I know, like, no matter what they get, it's just going to be fun. It could be like a little knick-knack, and we're all going to be like, oh, hee-hee. If you do it with, like, coworkers and stuff, I guess maybe don't. If you're really suffer from anxiety, stay away from too many Secret Santas. One, maybe two Secret Santas, and cut it off there, because you've got a whole bunch of other shit to worry about. The other part that people get anxious about a lot is, well, time. I'll just broaden it out by saying just time in general. You think that a month is a long time, but it's really just not. Seriously, just get any shopping part you want done, get it done beforehand. Start planning your Christmas gifts in like November. Trust me on this. If you plan them out then you know what you're gonna get. Things are still gonna come up, but then at least like you won't still be stressing about all the other shit. If you're looking for like cheap, like nice little Secret Santa gifts, I have found that Bath & Body Works, when you spend like the $40 there, and then like you get the little tote, I think it's $40 still, it might be 60 now. But I haven't done it in a couple of years, but they used to like give this tote of other free stuff, and it was really nice. If I was doing any sort of Secret Santa or any giveaway, I would like take some of that stuff and give it to other people. So then I spent $40, got a free tote, had a shit ton of stuff. Some of it I can keep for myself if I wanted to, and others I just kind of divvied out to other people. And there's a lot of people that'll like Bath & Body Works stuff, like hand soaps, always nice, a loofah, which is kind of a weird gift to give, but a loofah. I don't really like loofahs, but a loofah. It's not exactly personable, but it's something that people will enjoy. And that'll save you a lot of time, and especially when it comes to Secret Santas and office presents and whatever else you decide to give other people. I always found that to be a really nice deal, so you can look for others. I know a lot of you who are listening might also be in school. oh my god, okay, so I'm not in school anymore, which makes this holiday season so much better. For all you guys in school, I know it's insane, and all you're worried about are your exams because you have no time to worry about holidays. And it's maybe some of you still might be planning holiday parties, still might be planning Secret Santas. Trust me, I've been there, I've been the one planning that stuff, and it's something else during the holiday season when you're also trying to get done with exams. And then of course, like all the other time that you're supposed to be spending working out or making good meals for yourself, and sleeping, that all goes out the window. You don't do that because you're spending time doing all this other shit. I know it's a little late at this point, but just take a step back, look at what you're doing, prioritize things like sleep and food, because you need those. It's very important. Sleep, and eat well, and you're just gonna feel a lot better in general. It's gonna make everything else much more manageable. And I know that might mean cutting back even on some of the studying, cutting back on some of the holiday stuff you do. If it comes to holiday parties, pick 1 or 2 to go to, and go to those. Parties maybe might be a release for you, but just chill a little bit on those. Take some of that time maybe you would have spent going to a holiday party on your own, just kind of relaxing a little bit. Take some of that time to yourself, or take some of that time maybe to relax and work on some of those like creative things you're hoping on doing. So you still want to be spending time doing what you like. So my suggestion to you, again, is to make some of these gifts things that mean something to you. Because if they mean something to you, then they'll mean something to the people you're giving it to, because that you usually put more effort into those things and they come across as more meaningful. So again, like I said, if you are a songwriter or you like music or something, write a song, make a cover album. Also, when you're spending time making those gifts, you're gonna enjoy yourself because it's something you like doing. So it's kind of killing 2 birds with 1 stone. You're enjoying yourself and you're getting a Christmas gift time. So think about doing stuff like that. If you like writing, write a story. Yeah, that's a great one. Write like maybe like a Christmas story about your family defeating the evil of the town, or maybe like a dramatic story about how you guys get lost while you're out Christmas shopping and then you find each other again, or I don't know, something really fun. Especially if your parents like books, write them a short story. They'll love it. It's great. And you didn't have to spend money on it. And it's something that's meaningful because you spent time making it for them. So that's something that they'll very much enjoy. So look into doing stuff like that. Again, killing 2 birds with 1 stone, enjoying yourself while making a Christmas gift. And you'll come out of that relaxed, and you'll come out of it feeling good that you actually got something done for the holiday season. The other thing about anxiety in the holidays is just the amount of time you end up having to spend with people. Socialization in general. I know not everyone with anxiety is an introvert. I happen to be one of those people that's an introvert, so I'm going to talk to people like me first. If you're an introvert and it's the holidays, just generally being around people is usually anxiety inducing, because you've spent most of the year being able to manage that balance between like being with people and not being with people for the most part. Because the rest of the year, like at this point, you've probably like come up with some sort of routine. And so when you're like me and the holiday season comes around, and all of a sudden it's like constantly you have to come down and do some cooking. You have to come down and help decorate the Christmas tree. You have to come down and decorate this other thing. You have to come down and wrap the presents with the family. You're going to holiday parties constantly. Decorating your apartment in college. Your club is having a Christmas get-together. I don't know, all these different things that are Christmas thing that you end up having to go to, or holiday theme in general, that you end up having to go to just because it feels like it's required. I'm talking fast now, but I'm going to speak a little bit slower. What you have to do, first of all, is where you can, take that time to yourself. It's kind of like making a whole new schedule for yourself. You might have to work something else out. The other thing you can do, and this might be very important for you, is to tell the people around you that, hey, this time is set aside for myself. This is important to me. I really need it. I need to calm down. This, and this maybe is stressing me out, and this is my time, so I can't do anything during this time. So just be aware of yourself. Be aware of what you can do. It's your time. Like, you know yourself. So try your best to explain yourself to them. If they don't get it, just be like, but this is my time. I have to be alone. You have to make up an excuse. And I know I shouldn't be saying that, but if you have to make up an excuse, say you're sick, basically you're not feeling well, so you have to talk to a friend, so you have to get some work done, whatever it is you have to do to get that time, because you know yourself better than other people know you. So if you know that you need that time, if you know that you're exhausted, that if you don't get the sleep now, then you're gonna regret it, take that time. Always remember to take that time to yourself. So now speaking to maybe the extroverts with anxiety, trying to think like an extrovert, and obviously I'm not perfect at this, but perhaps you get anxiety while planning, because like you're trying to plan. I imagine a lot of extroverts will be the ones trying to plan these holiday parties and stuff. The ones trying to plan the party, the ones trying to keep people up and happy, and if you're really into the holiday season, you're like trying to spread joy, and sometimes when things don't work out as planned, that might stress you out. Maybe everyone's not keeping up with your mood, and you're wondering if you're doing something wrong. You're not. You're fine. Again, I'm gonna say with you as well, I know you'd like to be around people, but take a step back, take a deep breath. You might need a little bit of time just to regroup, and then you can get back out there. The thing about parties I've found is that even if nothing really goes as planned, people tend to find things to do. They find ways to enjoy themselves. It's always been the case in parties I've gone to. Like I used to have dinner parties all the time. And you know, I make the dinners and I would like kind of come up with things that we could do, and we never really ever did them. We just half the time would sit around watching TV, drinking wine, or just talking or singing karaoke. And people enjoyed themselves. I mean, it was fine. So you just have to just calm down. That's all. You just calm down a little bit. Take a deep breath, step into another room, take some deep breaths, put on a candle, meditate, I used to lie on the ground, kind of. Like I would lie on the ground, just look at the ceiling for a while. That used to be my version of meditation. Close your eyes, relax. You'll come back up, get a drink of water, take a shower if you need to, get changed in another outfit, something to kind of just refresh, regroup, and then you can go back out and do what you were doing. So I think I talked through my biggest anxious points in the holidays. I know there's plenty more reasons to be anxious. I know panic attacks are a thing that people have as well, and I've certainly done that as well. Again, refresh, regroup, move on. Refresh, regroup, move on. And when I say refresh, I mean just sometimes you have to, like I said, change your outfit. You have to take a shower. I've done this before. I know it seems really strange, but sometimes if I have my contacts in, I take my contacts out and put my glasses on, because that takes one irritant away and it just makes me feel a little bit better. Sometimes I do the other way around. Sometimes I'm wearing my glasses and it makes me feel like I'm not put together, so I put my contacts back on. Change your hat, change your hair, wash your face, brush your teeth. Sometimes I even would just like, I'd have a lip scrub and I'd just put my lip scrub on, and it just made me feel more put together. Sometimes I changed my socks. It's something as simple as that, just to refresh yourself. Like you've done something new, and you've done something. I think that's a big thing, because sometimes I know anxiety can make you feel like you're not good enough, that you've done nothing of substance. Like even though you've done all these things, it feels like you've done absolutely nothing. And I like to do the one thing to change even just what I look like, just to make me feel like, okay, I've done this one thing and I've changed one little thing, and now that's gonna be all the difference. And that's kind of the mentality that I keep sometimes. So that might help you. I don't know, maybe you guys have your own tips and tricks on how you do things, but that's one way that I like to do it. Honestly, the breathing thing, some people say that doesn't quite work, but here's the thing you have to do. Breathe, and I'm saying this completely seriously, breathe in and out for like 10 minutes. And I know that sounds like a long time, but do it for 10 minutes, and that actually makes all the difference. Like you think everyone does it for like 30 seconds or like a minute, and they're like, oh my god, it's not working. No. 10 minutes. I'm not even kidding you. And once you come out of it, you feel so much better. And I think I learned this at like, they called it like biotherapy or something, where they attached something to my ear and I was breathing in and out for a while. But I know that sounds kind of ridiculous, but do that. So, to summarize, finances. Give yourself a budget, stick to that budget, and anything else, make it meaningful. And it doesn't have to necessarily take so much time, but if it's going to, make it something that you enjoy. Time. Make sure you do have time for yourself. Make sure that you budget out time for sleep and food. That's very, very, very important. And don't spend too much time on all these Christmassy things going on. You are allowed to say, I need some time to myself, or I can't go to this thing or this thing. And even if they don't understand, you can make an excuse to get out of it because you know yourself. You do. I believe in you, you know yourself. And again, on the subject of socialization, being around people a lot, just refresh, regroup, and move along. Change something about how you look or how you feel, just any small little thing. Take some deep breaths for 10 minutes, and I'm saying 10 minutes. Sometimes if you need to cut it down, take 5. 5 is fine, but no less than that. Then you can go back out, you'll feel okay, and if you feel like you need some more time, go take some more time. And I'm serious. Like I said, you know yourself, and I know you feel like you can't. You're gonna say to me right now, I can't, Dominique. I have to do this, I have to do this. I can't take 5 minutes, I have no time. You have time. You have to have time, because this is what keeps you healthy. If you're stressing out, you're gonna get nothing done. You're gonna get nothing important done. It's all just a learning process. Try different things if you need to. Find out what works for you. Alright? Alright. So, I want to know what you guys out there do for the holidays, especially if you have anxiety. And even if you don't have anxiety, even if you just get stressed during the holidays, what do you do to calm yourself down? What don't you do to calm yourself down that you know you should do? And what are the common stressors in your holiday life? Because if you have a common stress that I didn't really cover, because I'm sure I didn't, let me know and I can try my very best to give you advice, because I have dealt with this for many, many years, and I have found ways to make it work for myself. So yeah, that's all for today's video. What was this? Please leave a comment below. Tell me what's up with your holidays and your anxiety. Let me know. I like to hear about your life. Why am I speaking like this? I don't know. Yay, Wednesday. Like, subscribe. Please subscribe. Please. I think I'm a likable person. But seriously, like, subscribe, comment, all those wonderful things, and I will see you Friday. Yeah, that's right. Friday. Yeah.
Rolling around in the burning dew, telling my baby I love you. Been working so hard the whole day long. Now I'm going to sing my song.